F123's Platinum Trophy might be one of the most demanding things I've ever done in gaming. And this is pretty much entirely down to one trophy, Elite Racer, for reaching the Elite Division in F1 World Ranked. That means competing with everyone playing online on your platform for a few selective spots in the Elite Division, with only just over 300 people worldwide having unlocked this trophy. The first step for the trophy guide is titled The Torture Process. And that might even be an understatement, as you'll have to completely kill your social life, playing for hours on end for 5 weeks consistently, no breaks. But more on that later. There are 49 other trophies to unlock on the route to the Platinum, so let's get started with F1's story mode of Breaking Point. Breaking Point's story is continued from F121, having missed out on F122, and that's where it begins, with Aiden Jackson in the 2022 season. Don't worry, it's not particularly interesting, so I will skip over the majority of it, but in short, Jackson has risen to stardom, with his teammate Devon Butler, who is the son of the Connor Sport Butler global team. Unfortunately though, he does have some problems, and you end up taking over as Callie Mayer, the first woman to win the F2 championship, and she also happens to be Butler's sister. The other trophies that I gained during this time were for completing any optional objective, and for achieving my first podium position in F123. There it is, getting on the step. Achieve your first podium. That wasn't actually the trophy I was looking for. Going the extra mile, that's what I was looking for. Complete an optional objective in a chapter. Most of the trophies are naturally earned through playing the campaign, which has 17 chapters and takes around 7 to 8 hours to complete. But if you don't get all missable trophies the first time round, it can be a slog to replay. So throughout, it's important for the trophy's peak performance and media darling to answer every question and option correctly. Thankfully, there are now guides telling you what to pick to ensure you get this trophy. There it is, proving them wrong. Complete chapter 17, which is Breaking Point, finished. After Breaking Point, I turned my attention to where I would typically spend most of my time on F1, and that's Career Mode. The Career Mode trophies can all be earned in the My Team game mode. And because this isn't some kind of long, drawn-out adventure rising to the top, we went for the big boy sponsor with a Mercedes engine for Team Trophy. I also chose Jax as my teammate, just to save a bit of extra cash for other potential trophies. The first thing I did was set up the requirements for trophies, such as the activities for money and points, and also the research and development parts, which goes towards 2 trophies, for researching 12 total, and 1 for researching 1 thing in each department. With that all set up, it was now time to actually do some racing, and do my first qualifying lap. Oddly enough, you never actually do qualifying in Breaking Point, so this is where I first earned the trophies related to that. Setting up for success, pole position. Yep, achieve your first pole position. Oh, team orders. Out-qualify your teammate in career as well. After qualifying first, the victories continued as I went on to win my first race. I do love a bit of Bahrain as a track, and there was another trophy I earned for smashing the weekend as the #1 driver. Oh, there it is, all in the weekend's work, be the fastest in all practice, take pole position, and win the race. I'd also unlocked one of the research and development trophies, which really shows how easy that is to do, as it's literally only been 1 week. A few races later, after winning Monaco, I suck at Monaco by the way, I'd also earned the other research and development trophies, meaning that all that was left were the end game trophies, which would take the remainder of the season. At just under the halfway point in the typical calendar year, after finishing the Austria race, I earned the trophy for reaching a team acclaim level of 20 in my team, which would usually be a grind in previous years, but thankfully in this year you can turn on multipliers for how quickly this increases. And so all there was left to do in this season was to win the championships, which I had tied up both at once, earning both respective trophies. There it is, undisputed winner, win the Drivers' Championship. I guess we didn't get Constructors yet. Oh no, we did. For all those back at the factory, win the Constructors' Championship. And at the end of the season, I could finally earn the last My Team trophy in F123. Right, yeah, so, renegotiate with teammate, it's the end of the season. To be honest, we're just going to give him whatever he asks for. Yeah, wait, low risk. And that gives us Loyal Bond for retaining the services of your second driver for a second season. There are also some 2-player career mode trophies, but they can all be done in a matter of a single race, for qualifying second behind your teammate and then beating them in the actual race. I actually got some help from a friend for this trophy in the form of Platinum Jangus. He's making a big push to 1,000 subscribers this year, so go give him some support, I'm sure it would go a long way. There it is, network success, win an online race, switcheroo, beat your friend in 2-player career after qualifying behind them. There are many online trophies to unlock, but first there were some miscellaneous ones to quickly knock out. Starting with Las Vegas. For the trophy Saturday Night Drama, I had to qualify last at Las Vegas, seen by me crashing into this wall. I would then proceed to work my way up the grid to a podium spot, which on easy difficulty and a 3-lap race, this wasn't any problem at all. There is Saturday Night Drama, finish on the podium after starting last at Las Vegas. And being proud of my accomplishment, I immediately went to the theatre to save this as a highlight. Next, I turned my attention to F2. As for the trophy Seasoned Rookie, I'd have scored the most points across a full F2 weekend using medium session length or higher. But I could also combine this with some other trophies. For completing this race in the wet, I could earn Oil and Water. And by lining up optimally on the grid and completing an optimal pit stop, I could also earn Crucial Combo, before completing the race itself for Seasoned Rookie. One last trophy I earned before the online grind, and that was Shot in the Dark, for taking a photo using photo mode at Bahrain, Jeddah, Qatar, Abu Dhabi, Las Vegas, and Singapore at night. Again, very quickly done by just starting each one of these tracks. Moving on to F1 World finally, I could very quickly get some trophies in the menus. So, in my place, if we change the environment of it, or change the appearance of it, so let's put a new sofa in, we get Spring Cleaning. Place down the win for winning the championship. We get Gathering Dust for displaying a trophy in the trophy cabinet. There's also the Compendium sticker book, and stickers are earned from doing online races. Here I got the trophy for completing my first entry, and I also got a trophy for 20 and 50 later on. After races, you can also get items, and these items upgrade your F1 World car for offline races. And there are a number of trophies related to using these in different ways. Oh, there is Engineer for equipping an item. We can also get, I think, Reduce for dismantling one. Assign Contract, Epic. Gives us Tinkerer. We get Recycle, crafting an item from a blueprint. Boost Tech Level. Gives us Reuse. Very simple and quick trophies in F1 World. By spectating an online race, I could also get another quick trophy. But with all that out the way, let's finally move on to the hell that is Elite Racer. Week 1 isn't so bad because realistically, you don't need many points to progress up from bronze to silver. But once you reach silver, it's a case of daily grinding and checking up where in the league you are. There is a trick where you can play your first race later in the week, as this will put you in a new group that's popped up, and thus having to play less races. But there is a bit of a risk with that, especially now that the game isn't brand new. But with all the races played, I had earned many trophies along the way, for completing 23, 50, and finally 100 races. Honestly, by the end of this platinum, 100 races were the least of my problems. I'd also set the fastest lap of the entire race at 20 different tracks, and redeemed 1 and 10 goals in F1 World, leaving only the division-related trophies. At the end of week 2, I was comfortably sitting top of Silver Division, with 500 points allowing me to enter week 3 in gold, which earned the related trophy. Now week 3 was where the grind really stepped up. There are only a few spots to jump up to gold 3, which is where I wanted to be at the end of the week. And with 3 days, 14 hours left, the group was already hitting the previous week's total, so this was going to mean a lot more races played this week. A couple days later, with 1 day, 18 hours remaining, I was sitting top with 963 points, although it was still far from comfortable. So the next day, I knew I was going to have to do another load of grinding, and that I did, putting me on top with 1,549 points, and letting me rest easy knowing I was moving up to gold 3. There was just one last week-long grind left, and this was by far the worst week of all. I joined the league with just under 5 days to spare, and well, I was 1,297 points off the leader. So this was the week of grinding my absolute unemployed ass off. I don't even want to know how many races I did this week, but I eventually climbed up the table with 1,723 points. I was finally in an elite spot, and thus, the following week, the trophy. And Elite Racer reach Elite Division. Now to be completely transparent, I have actually got this platinum twice. I started this grind way before I even had a YouTube channel, but in order to make this video I had to earn all trophies again, but there was one last trophy to earn before the second platinum, and that was for 25 clean laps in time trials. Should be the platinum here, last trophy and the platinum. There it is, spinning around, complete 25 clean laps in time trial, and Racing Legend F123 Platinumed for the second time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. It lets me know that you want to see more F1 Platinums coming soon. But for now, click on screen to see another video by me.